Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy. Last time, we made our way through the remaining galaxies in the fountain, and we made our way to the enemy base located inside of that said dome. And we were able to confront Bowser, but unfortunately, during our fight with Bowser, he ended up retreating, meaning that we still have a long ways to go until we can catch up with him and stop his grand plan. But we did get a grand star from him, unlocking a brand new dome here called the kitchen. And I know during all this explanation, Luigi is getting very tired, so wake up and go check your mail. I know you want to check it. You're always excited to get your letter from Princess Peach. Though at this point, I don't know how excited I can be getting a letter that I get daily here, but it does have 21 up, so gimme. At this point, that might as well be considered spam, but this spam I don't mark on the spam folder because it gives me good coupons. They're really good. I want to jump down below here and ride across these green platforms because down here, now that we turned on more of the power for the Comet Observatory, we got ourselves a brand new 1-up to collect. That's not the only 1-up now we have access to. Over here behind our brand new kitchen dome, we can go ahead and walk all the way around this right side. And once we get over to the bottommost platform, we got ourselves another 1-up. Counting the 1-up over next to the Star Brigade, or the Starship specific from the Toad Brigade, I should say, that makes a total of 3 1-ups just sitting around here in the Comet Observatory, which is really helpful for getting your lives up real fast. We have discovered an enemy base in the region! That was fast, we just got here. And yet, we can already go to the enemy base here in the kitchen. So, we could just jump straight to the base as we only needed 23 power stars, and we have 27 in total. And we have other galaxies here that we can go ahead and explore. In fact, one of them we don't even have enough power stars yet to even open up. So let's go ahead and start out small and unlock this galaxy here that only needs 16 power stars. This is Beach Bowl Galaxy. Let's go ahead and fly to this tropical looking paradise. Jumping in, we have our first star, Sunken Treasure. I would definitely say a power star counts as some treasure, so I'm looking forward to this one. Our overhead shot shows our star up above on a mountain. Okay, maybe that's not the sunken treasure in question. We got other things we can go ahead and grab. So let's fly into our beach. And would you look at that? The penguins return. These penguins are just more sea penguins than ice penguins, I guess. Yeah, this beach bowl is pretty much penguin paradise. Welcome to Beach Bowl. Penguins really do love the water. If you want to know about swimming, ask us penguins. We're friendly. Will do, because this is actually going to be our first time really able to swim around here in Super Luigi Galaxy. And up here, we can just swing around, get us some star bits. Very fun little interaction on that vine. You see these sparkly things? Not exactly, but I'll look around. There's a sparkly in the ocean. So, chunks, huh? Yeah, they are called star bits. They're nice. The students are distracted by the sparklies. Ah, sparklies. These penguins in general are just very fascinated by these sparklies that they're calling, but we know it's actually just star ships that form a launch star. For us, it's very important. But they did say you want to go ahead and talk to some of the penguins here, because if you want to learn how to swim, the penguins around this area will teach you. So let's just go ahead and jump straight in the water. Excuse me, sir, I was trying to hear what you had to say. On the water surface, shake a Joy-Con or press the Y button to jump. Preferably not on my head. Dive with ZL. Press B repeatedly to do a breaststroke. Okay, so now we have our basic operations here. We can dive under the water by just hitting the crouch button, so in this case ZL. We can press the B button to do a breaststroke, but we can also shake our controller, press the Y button to move around underwater with our spin attack. But notice though, every time we do the spin attack, a decent chunk of our air meter is actually drained. And this is really bad for Luigi because Luigi takes a lot more air with every single twirl that he does underwater. So taking too much of his air away, after a while, will start doing damage to Luigi. You can fill back up your air by collecting a bubble, or you can surface to the water, and then from up there, you can just, breathe natural air. So either surfacing or grabbing a bubble underwater will give you back some of your lost air, which is going to be very important to know, especially if you want to spin around all the time like I'm doing, because spinning like this is the fastest form of movement here underwater. Breath strokes are perfectly fine for going around the set area here, but they don't necessarily make you move all that fast, so I prefer to just spin everywhere underwater, even if it does take a lot more of my air. It looks like we only have one more star chip to find. At this point, we just have to keep on looking around the water, as we've probably passed it, and sure enough, here it is in a bubble, which is convenient because I'm about to drown. Give me air. And with that, we got ourselves a launch star here. So let's go ahead and swim over to the said launch star and fly out of this puddle. Can't really call that much of an ocean because there's really not much there. I want to be honest. Go ahead, kill that piranha plant, give me some extra star bits, and I'm actually gonna fall down here because I did see on the way up, there's this pipe going down. This warp pipe takes me into this room, which is very interesting. Something tells me I don't want to destroy many of these blocks if I can avoid it. So let's see if I can get up here without breaking too many of these. It should be very possible with some well-timed backflips. I do like this little wobbly effect here that happens in this little said warp pipe area. And it's because we're underwater technically, so it's a nice little effect. You don't really see stuff like that all that often in this game. It's really nice to see, but grabbing that question mark coin we just saw turned all the blocks into star bits, so that was really helpful for our sake because we didn't destroy a single one of those said blocks, so that means we got a lot of star bits out of that said area, which is really helpful. Now, we could take the launch star back up to where we were previously, but there is another way to actually get up to where we need to go in order to actually get the said power star. You don't need the launch star, and in fact, you could just get up on top of this tree, and you could just jump straight up here. With Luigi's extra jump height, yeah, it's pretty easy actually to make it up there. We'll go ahead and grab this, and get ourselves a bunch of music notes. And we're interrupting the music a lot here, just trying to get rid of some of the enemies around me. We only have so much time to collect these said music notes, but
this is a remix of the underwater theme from the original Super Mario Bros., a cult classic theme from the NES era.
Gonna hit this switch, revealing a bunch of platforms, which I only need to take the recommended route because I could just jump up here at a good time to backflip, and get ourselves the 1-up we got for collecting all of the mystery blocks. Use wall jumps to get up way high! Interesting. You know about wall jumps, Penguin. I'd love to see a penguin do a wall jump in this game. That'd be really cool to see. But using the said wall jump, we can climb up above, hitting another switch, revealing some walls. And up here, we can grab ourselves our said power star. And with that, that's our first power star obtained here in the kitchen. I noticed you have that oven on. Are you cooking anything specific? Or are we just using it for heat? Interesting. Rosalina's library has opened. Now you can read the storybook. That's new. Also, Hungry Luma. Also new. Did not take long for us to get a Hungry Luma to show up. Let's go ahead and save our game. And let's see what this said storybook situation's all about. I'll be back for you here later, Hungry Luma. For now, I must go see what this story time is about. Mama's library isn't here! This must be where the said story time happens. Let's go find out what Rosalina's story is.
Oh. Let us begin.
Rosalina's story. An integral piece of the backstory lore of Rosalina. This is a chapter list that we will be exploring later in our journey, but for now, the said story is incomplete. The more stars we collect, the more we'll learn about Rosalina and her origins. Rosalina is a mystery to Luigi and crew. Who is she? Why is she here helping us? How does she have such a strong connection with these Lumas? And why do they look up to her as much as they do, even calling her Mama? This is a story that throughout your adventure you will learn more about, but we're not ready to learn about Rosalina's story just yet, as there's a lot of mystery to the character that we just don't have all the answers to, and we need to work hard in order to earn those said answers. When the time is right, we'll come back here and we'll hear Rosalina's full story. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see. That should do it for today. This book has a lot of mysteries inside of it. A lot of answers that I would love to know more about. But sadly at the moment, we only have access to the first 3 chapters of Rosalina's story. And there are more chapters ahead that we just do not have access to. For the sake of a complete story, we will be coming back into this library at a later date when we have access to every single chapter of Rosalina's story. That way, we can hear the full story from start to finish and have a better understanding of our cosmic friend. But for now, let's leave the library and head back to the kitchen. So heading back to the kitchen, we could go back to Beach Bowl, but I think I'm gonna actually opt to go over into our Hungry Luma Galaxy. Hey you! Yeah you! Got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform. I'm famished. I need 600 star bits to curb the hunger pangs. 600 you say? Well, I have 1400, so here, let me just cram in all these star bits real quick. That's it. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform! I will never understand why they are so excited to transform as they are. But with this guy transforming, we now have access to the Drip Drop Galaxy. So let's go ahead, jump into our launch star, and head into our newly acquired galaxy. Jumping in, we have ourselves 1 star here, Drip Drop, Giant Eel Outbreak. Hey, we're not kidding. That's a lot of eels. Looks like we have a lot of extermination to do. Giant gringills have been terrorizing the waters lately. Can you help us? Gringills like those could gobble us all up in one bite. Can you beat those gringills by hitting them with shells? Grandpa's getting old. Okay, this one had nothing to do with the situation at hand. He just wanted to make fun of his grandpappy over here. Ever since those big eels showed up, we haven't caught any fish. Get rid of those big eels. Will do. Let's go ahead and grab us a shell and take care of these eels, otherwise known as gringrills. Very interesting name. I want to go ahead and line up the shell so we can see with its little light. Use that as a reticle, as we can go ahead and throw a shell underwater by spinning. By doing so, we will take out these eels instantly. So that's one eel down. If it looks at things based on our fly-in, there are 3 in total. So there's 2 more left. I see one over here, and since I got a red shell, I can throw this and have it home in on the eel. That's another one down, which means there's 1 more to go. I want to go ahead and find me another shell, which just so happens to be another red shell. Very convenient. If you want an easier time moving around while using a shell, you can actually hold down the ZL button and actually use brakes. I don't understand how that works in a shell, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. Makes controlling this thing way easier. You even have little brake lights on them. That's very weird, but it's very helpful. Where is this eel? I heard him earlier, and it's not gonna be all that far away because this is a spherical planet. It's a very small one at that. There you are. Line up our shot, throw, and with that, that's the last eel defeated. Taking out all 3 of the eels in the area reveals a power star. There's a bunch of treasure chests around here too. We can actually burst these things open for a plethora of different goodies, but really just focus on taking out the eels. And by doing so, we can grab ourselves a power star. That was a pretty simple mission. We just had to play Exterminator. Doing that, we're rewarded. So that's it for Giant Eel Outbreak. Drip Drop Galaxy is complete. High score 2, let's go! Go ahead and save our progress, and let's make our way back over to the kitchen. We'll head back over to the galaxy we were exploring previously, Beach Bowl Galaxy, and go from there. But for now, notice how this life is back over here on the undercarriage section? Well, that's a very convenient thing for us, as every single time you return to the Comet Observatory, you can collect these lives again, and again, and again. All these lives respawn every single time you leave the said Comet Observatory. So if you just go back and forth between the different domes, you can just grind lives if you wanted to. The lives out here might as well just be an infinite supply, which is really helpful. But we don't really need too many lives, and we already have 30, which is a lot. So let's go back to Beach Bowl Galaxy and get another star here. Here at Beach Bowl Galaxy, we have another mission, passing the swim test. Jumping in, our overhead shot shows a lot of the penguins swimming around, so as we can imagine, there's a swim test happening right now. We want to go ahead and participate in that said swimming test, because if we pass it, we'll be rewarded. Now taking applications for the Beach Bowl School's final swim test. Sign up for the final swim test here. Okay, but where though? I don't see a clipboard. There's no tablet. Is it verbal? I hereby agree to the swim test, nothing more. Please do not try to buy a car in that name. Who am I kidding? Penguins won't be able to drive a car in this climate. There's only water here. You here to take the swimming school's final swim test? Maybe not. Is that so? Well, come on by and visit again sometime. Okay. For now, I actually want to decline the offer and swim around here to see what these penguins are up to. Well, apparently this one's rude. Oh, that's what you get for being rude, sir. I was just trying to spark conversation. What do you have to say there, my penguin friend? Spin in the water to grab nearby shells. We did notice that in our previous mission. Any shells that are nearby, we were able to grab just by spinning. Spin in the water to get a burst of speed. This much we learned when we were just swimming around here the first time in Beach Bowl. But I did see a bunch of penguins. I'm trying to see where is that said group now. They gotta be around here somewhere. They were here a minute ago, I swear. Penguins. Oh, there they are. They were just apparently on the other side of the rest of the penguins. Where is that thing? It's in gold, so it sounds like whatever they're looking for must be gold. So keep an eye out for whatever these penguins are looking for. Something tells me that's the thing in question we need to find to pass the said swimming test. You know what? I am ready to take the swimming test. I got my practice in. Let's go ahead and participate in the test. In this test, you must collect shells in the ocean. If you bring me the gold shell, it's an automatic A for you. Automatic A, you say? well, incentive. We must find that golden shell. And it just so happens that this penguin over here in the front of the pack found it. Well, I'm sorry, penguin, but I did just enroll in the school today. I think you're gonna be fine with the grades you have. I have 0%, so I'm gonna borrow this. I hope you don't mind. This shell does not spawn until you actually accept the swimming school test, which is why I actually went down there beforehand to scout out the area. Because technically, this shell did not spawn until I accepted the said test. Well, let's go ahead and turn in the shell. Amazing! I didn't think you'd actually be able to bring it back. Well then, here's a big gold medal for you. Nice job on the test. But are you even one of my students? I'm a transfer. I just came here today. Quick, take the star before he questions more. I don't think the cops will come after me if I steal their star. They won't mind. It's for the greater good. But now, with that star collected, we discovered a new galaxy here in the kitchen. So now we have access to every single galaxy here in the said dome, which is very, very convenient. We have many different places to choose from now in our exploration of this said kitchen area, but we'll leave the exploration of the kitchen for next time around. Next time on Let's Play Super Luigi Galaxy, we'll jump back into the kitchen and explore more of the galaxies, including Beach Bowl Galaxy. I'll see you guys next time.